You know, I wish when I was younger that I understood that time is the biggest asset that we have. And especially for my men, because I think a lot of times we don't even understand that. And let me explain, you know what I'm saying? Let's relate this over to dating, right? See, a lot of times we're putting time and energy into women who don't even want us. That was me for years and years. Years and years and years. I'm giving all my time and energy to a woman who don't want me. And I would do the same with the next girl, do the same with the next girl. But it's not that I even wanted these particular chicks, you know what I'm saying? It's because I needed to feel validated. I didn't feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like who I was. So I needed other women to validate me. And what you start to realize is the only person that can validate yourself is you. You gotta be putting that time and energy into yourself, into your craft, to become the best version of yourself, because a lot of times we literally out here trying to make women our craft. You know, like I just had a homie recently where he had been putting all this time and attention into a woman, and he kind of felt upset when, you know what I'm saying, on the back end, she wasn't giving him the answer that he was looking for. AKA my homie had unrealistic expectations, and he realized that. So as a man, that's why it's very important to pay attention to what a woman does, because women will show you by their actions if they like you. But there's a caveat to that, because women pick up when you're putting your time and energy into the wrong places, because she start liking you because when she met you, you was focused, you was happy, you know what I'm saying? You was sure of yourself, you was confident, you was assertive, you was ambitious. And what happens is, as men, when we start to like a woman a little bit too much, we start to take all that time and energy we was putting into all those traits I just named, and we're putting that into her. And she's picking up on that, because now you're coming off as less sure of yourself. You trying to see where you stand. You listen to Joe, I Want to Know, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You're confused, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is, as men, time is our most valuable asset. If y'all didn't know by now, women categorize you 5 seconds after they meet you. Like if a woman meets you and y'all have a quick conversation, she's already categorized you. So she already knows what she wants to do with you. Just the same way you know where you want to place a woman at. She already knows what she would do with you. So it's a waste of time to try to spend time and energy to convince a woman that, hey, like me, because she already knows who she likes. Like one of the worst things that you can do as a man is have unrealistic expectations, because a lot of times when you expect people to do all these different things, expect for them to show up how you want them to show up, a lot of times I was disappointed, because women can't live up to those expectations that you have, because a lot of those expectations you need to put into yourself. You got to validate yourself. See, a lot of us men, we don't feel good about ourselves. And what's going to happen is, while you're chasing and trying to prove yourself to that woman, over time, man, you're going to start to feel depressed. You know what I'm saying? And she going to pick up on that. Your energy going to come off as weak. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be as fun to be around no more. She can pick up that you're trying to figure out where you stand. You know what I'm saying? You want her feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? Because as the lead, when you are a leader, you have to know where you're going. If you're so locked into her, she has to lead now, because somebody got to lead. And if you're not in the mindset of leading, who gonna lead? See, my biggest issue was never attracting women. Like, and I'm saying from the time I got to college, right? When I was 8 or 19 and up, I never had trouble attracting the woman I want. I had trouble keeping women, because what happens is I'll be confident and locked in at first. I'm working on my craft. I got everything going for me. And then as soon as I get the woman I want, I stop doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I start to become lazier. I start to become not sure of myself. I start second guessing myself, because women will test dudes just to weed out the weaker ones. And a lot of times she's just testing you to kind of see how you're going to react. And the thing is, if you're so locked into her and trying to play it perfect and not make no mistakes, you're going to make a mistake. AKA self-sabotage. And what I realized as I got into my later 20s, now about to hit 30, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I realized is I always, every time I get too locked in, especially when I meet a woman, and we're just starting to get to know each other, and I get too concerned about her, I always get that attention. I grab it quick. I get the attention, I put it back into myself. So I start to lock in more into this, recording more videos, editing a video, locking into my investments, going to the gym. I start to put it back into myself, because when I put it back into myself, I'm gonna come off as more attractive. Because y'all gotta think, it's not a lot of men out here trying to change their life. It's not a lot of men out here focused. A lot of men are focused on women that don't want them. You know what I'm saying? And they just getting friend zoned. Women friend zoning dudes all day. And you know, a lot of dudes get on YouTube and they want that. They hate women. They want a lot of answers to why they can't get women. And a lot of times the answer is right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the issue was never about women. It was always about understanding who I was, becoming the best version of myself, so I can show up as the best me. Because if you're in that mindset of you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're going, how you gonna be able to last with a woman? And when I say last, I don't mean sexually. I mean last in the sense of, how are you gonna have a healthy relationship with somebody and you don't even know who you are? You know what I'm saying? You don't even know your value. You don't even know what you bring to the table. So how are you gonna have a good situation with somebody when you're not even whole yourself? See, when you have standards for yourself, you never sacrifice the energy and time that you're supposed to be putting into your craft by putting that into a woman. You understand that. You understand that that God and your purpose and mission, that comes first in your life. It's now, like, when I deal with women and I ask them, like, yo, what are you most attracted to about me? They always say my ambition, my drive, the way I talk about life. They love it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men are not out here focused. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are not out here, they're not locked in. They worried about the wrong things. They chasing material success. You know what I'm saying? They doing all these things that's not in congruence with what they need to be doing. Is what you focus on will expand. So if you're so locked in to trying to prove yourself to her, trying to chase her, trying to take her on more dates, when you're locked into that type of stuff, that's what you're gonna get more of. You're gonna get more rejection. You're gonna get more coming up short, versus when you lock into your craft and lock into doing things that make you happy. And when you lock into things that's gonna better yourself and your situation, you're gonna get more people and more situations that help better your life. Because with the standards I have now, I only deal with women who want me. And a lot of men don't know what it's like to deal with a woman, not only that you're attracted to and you want, but she also wants you back too. A lot of men don't know what that's like. And when you get that, it just makes you more hungrier to work on your craft. Because when I lock into my craft, that's when I attract those type of women. But when I'm locked into women, I attract women that don't even want me. You know what I'm saying? So there's a clear difference. When you lock into yourself, man, everything changed, man. That's a fact, man. Everything changed, because if you don't change what's inside here on the outside, you know what I'm saying, what you get in the world, none of that will ever change. And that's the point I want to make to this video. You can never care too much about her, because when you put all that attention and energy and time that you need to be focusing on your craft, when you put that into her, you're going to come up short all the time. And that's what happened to me year after year after year after year after year, all the time. In high school, I was afraid of women. And in college, you know what I'm saying, I can attract the women now, but I couldn't keep them because I wasn't locked into who I was. I wasn't locked into becoming the best version of myself. And those were always my issues. But once I conquered that and I was able to learn how to compartmentalize my energy and put it into my craft, that's when everything changed for me. That's when I started to grow. Now I come off as more attractive because women can see, oh man, he going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So guys, that's my video for today. I definitely appreciate you guys for watching the channel. Definitely make sure we continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys. And again, I appreciate you guys, and I'm gone.